I am live. How's everyone doing? It's actually been, I think, 2 weeks. 2 weeks since I have been on YouTube. So sorry for everyone. I was on vacation last time you saw me post. I got back into town, and over vacation, it's a good time to reflect about life in general, and and this kind of ties into the title of this movie, or this YouTube video, or this movie called Life. um, kind of thinking higher level thinking. What do I want my life to look like this year? What do I want it to look like the next 5 years? Where's my life at? What have I done right? What have I done wrong? All those things. And what kind of moves do I need to make, financially, personally? And ties into the title of this movie. I'm going all in. What am I going all in to, right? Of course, this bear market, I plan to go essentially all into crypto. I think we'll have some great buying opportunities over the next couple of years. I'm not sure if this little run up is it. I don't think so. I don't think it's necessarily the worst time to buy either. But yeah, so that's crypto. But when I say I'm going all in, as a lot of people on this channel may know, I'm a small business owner. I have a couple kids. I've been doing this YouTube channel for years now. Had a great time, made some amazing friends. I got to meet some really cool people, and I've started a couple businesses along the way of this. So I run a couple multi-million-dollar companies. Two of them, I have ownership in both, and I want to talk more about that. There's a lot of people, and a lot of people falsely advertise what entrepreneurship is, and a lot of people. There you go. All in what? I'm getting to it. I'm going all in on um, giving myself more time to work on things like crypto, and the only way I can do that is by doing it. Everyone should read a book called E-Myth. It's called E-Myth. It's the entrepreneur myth that you are a real entrepreneur, um, and that's that you may think you own a business, but you actually own a job. And this is something that I've certainly fallen into this trap, but I think it's good that I'm aware of this, where I work 70, 80 hours every week, and I'm doing it for years. And and it's very difficult. And I just feel like that I'm 33 now, so I've had the stamina to do these things, but I don't think it's necessary for success moving forward even. And actually, I think I will not grow as much as an investor, as a father, as an entrepreneurish type person, right? If I keep on doing things the way I'm doing. So what I'm going all in on is creating systems within my business so I can have more time to do things I love, like building BCH. I think you may know a lot of people that own a business, but do they really own a business? Could they go and take off for a year and do something else, and that business still be there when they got back? To me, that is an entrepreneur. I think there's this. I'm closer to becoming that by having this sobering moment, in this reflective process. I don't know if you've heard what I've said. This is not clickbait. I'm going all in and creating systems in my business. I'm going all in on fixing my business. When you think going all in, you may think, oh, a stock or a crypto. And certainly, I'm going to go all in on crypto this bear market. Various cryptos, like I will sell stocks. I will borrow against houses. I will do some serious things like that to go all in crypto. But the only way I can really benefit crypto, as someone that wants to aspire to build in crypto, is by going all in on my business first, right now. What I mean by that is, am I a bit blurry? Anyone else here? We got a few more people here. Top chat. I see myself okay. Anyone else? Let me know if I'm coming off a little blurry. I'm not sure if it's Korean. So, Korean, I'm not sure what you do for a living. As I said, I own a small business, and it's pretty. What an average day looks for me, like what an average day looks for me right now. Did I hear about First Mill exiting BCH? I did see those messages that I was obviously like upset. BCH is going through it, but I don't think that's unique to BCH. I saw Michael Saylor just step down as the CEO of MicroStrategy, right? And certainly other cryptocurrencies have fallen apart. You're shocked? Yeah, look, I think, and I don't know First Mill. He's always been kind to me. We've messaged before. I think everyone here, we can get a little juicy talk about First Mill, Gabriel. Um, I don't know specifically. It seems like he's going through a bit of heartache, and yeah, and I think he is an interesting person. I think he has, he's got a pretty steady following. He's probably made more Bitcoin Cash videos than anybody, so I think it's why it's surprising that to hear him exiting BCH. But like, I think I read those messages, and I think he's talking out of both sides of his mouth a little bit. Um, and I think he's maybe not in the most stable place. I don't know. I don't know him personally. I wish him well. Wish everyone well. But is he exiting BCH? The timing of it seems odd that he seems to be going through some kind of relationship crisis, if you will. I saw one of the comments that leaked online was, what did he say? He said, even someone as wealthy as me cannot find an honest person. To me, that, like, I know there's some things he said there that are certainly not in good taste, but like I kind of felt for him. Like I think he wants to feel love. He wants to be connected to people, and again, I think it's so easy to want to like go out and point, attack people, and get upset with people. I try to make that like the last resort, and so I think like is for someone who has really good close relationships. I'm in love with my wife still 10 years later. I have great parents and friends, and really good relationships. So I feel like maybe he's lacking some of that. He did make the most Bitcoin Cash videos in history. And yeah, he said in some of those messages that BCH is a dead coin, yada, yada, yada. And then he also like attacked crypto in general. He didn't really just exit BCH. He just said, the crypto will never reach its all-time high again. I certainly don't agree with that as someone that's going to put the majority of his wealth into crypto. And I don't know what to believe with First Mill, but Gabriel, because he's made videos that he is all in Bitcoin Cash. I own a nice amount of Bitcoin Cash, but I'm not all in Bitcoin Cash. I love Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, he said BCH is a dead cat bounce and to buy Ethereum instead. I think it's very easy to be critical of Bitcoin Cash, but it's also very admirable to look at like what other coins are doing what Bitcoin Cash does. Excuse me. Well, Korean Ethereum has very real adoption. Like it's really, really used in the smart contract world and NFTs. Like it is really adopted. It has real usage. While they have things to figure out, just like every other coin, they're certainly not trying to be peer-to-peer cash. Again, I think that's my major interest in the space, but I've owned Ethereum for a long time, and I don't intend to. I buy more. I like Ethereum. I think the community is. I see people like Nick Carter, I think is highly criticized by Bitcoin maximalists for liking Ethereum too, and I certainly don't want to be like the Bitcoin maximalists that are just try to hate on other coins because it's not my coin. Yeah, I think it's not so much like tied to like Bitcoin Cash. It's like, I really love what Bitcoin Cash wants to be. It wants to be peer-to-peer cash for the world. So who else we got in the chat? And everyone else can see me okay. Don said my video is fine. All right, sounds good. So yeah, man, I appreciate you in the chat. Yeah, I think yeah, who knows? I wouldn't take financial advice from any YouTuber, right? And it's good to find a community of friends that like things with common values. Even though I think the gossip about First Middle and yes, worth talking about because all the work he did for Bitcoin Cash and all those videos. Speed says BCH is dead. People say these kinds of things every bear market. I'm hearing like I'm really, we're gonna hit like the grief stage. Like there's a whole, the whole hype cycle crypto goes through, and you're just seeing it again. And if it's your first time going through it, through a bear market, you kind of shrug it off. Bcash ain't it? Bitcoin Cash has a great chance. Bitcoin Cash has a most useful coins, especially for payments, and it certainly stands up to be that. Find me a coin that is easier and better to use than Bitcoin Cash. Mr. Speed, tell me your favorite coin. He laughs. Worst financial move is buying Bcash. I think it's early to tell. Full adoption is not here. People still primarily choose to use dollars. It's a very bad choice. And I think you're thinking wrong if you're just thinking about how many dollars your coins are worth today. I think it's a very poor move. And and I think it's a very good coin to get behind and try to build around the community that really wants to do good for the world and give people an alternative to the dollar. What does dude know about money? You don't have to listen to me. I'm if you can go through all my channels, if you have questions you want to know about my portfolio and my choices I've made, and just a fan of Austrian economics, and I've been an investor for a decade. There's certainly better investors than me and worse investors than me, and there's people that know Austrian economics better than me, and most people don't, because most people don't even study economics. Most people are Keynesians blindly, right? What do you know about money, and why are you here in the chat? I'd love to chat more and have a thoughtful conversation about what is wrong with Bitcoin Cash. What's wrong with peer-to-peer? And I don't even call it Bitcoin Cash. Call it peer-to-peer cash. What's wrong with peer-to-peer cash? They can live on your phone. Very useful. Very important for a lot of people. I don't think maybe you have thought through the value and why people will need peer-to-peer cash, and which ones are the easiest and best ones to use. Which ones have some of the best features? Which ones prioritize privacy, like Monero? I don't think you put a lot of thought into it, Mr. Speed. So, anyways. Yeah. Hassan, what's up, brother? How you been? Just chatting about making a real definitive move and this going all in for me into my business to automate it. I'm actually hiring a inside sales rep, kind of a very assistant type role to help me do what I do, very valuable for my business, so I can open new product categories. You're a terrible father for buying Bcash, setting up for failure. Wow, attacking my fatherhood. There's probably better fathers out there than me. There's probably worse fathers out there than me. I don't know how to take that. So I'm hiring an assistant, someone really help me create better systems in my business. That's a big goal for me. I've been a sales rep my whole life, right? And it's just dumb sales reps. I thought he could, create a business around what he was selling, and I got this far where like I said, I run a couple multi-million-dollar businesses. Again, some people run bigger businesses than me, and some people run smaller ones than me. And it just is what it is. It's where I'm at in my phase of my life, and I need to get past this. Where I can't necessarily, do what I do every day. An average day for me, I wake up at 6 in the morning. I try to get a little exercise in, take care of my dog, get my wife her coffee, get the kids what they need for the morning, go to work. I get home by 6:30 every single day, or try my best. 6:30, I get to the office around 7:30. I try to get back home by 6:30, eat dinner, and then I bang out more work right now from about 8:30 to 11. And that's allowing. I just can't burn like that. I feel physically tired, and like I'll actually feel like I have such tension in my head. I actually went to the doctor for the first time in 10 years this past week because I just wanted to turn over a new leaf and take really good care of myself. And I'm 33 now. I feel like in your 20s, you kind of get this free pass of being invincible, and you really got to take care of yourself. And I want more time to build in Bitcoin Cash. Well, based on the behavior Speed showed in this chat room, I bet Speed is living seriously miserable life without it. Yeah, I don't know. I wish Speed well. I wish we could have a more thoughtful conversation, rather than, I feel like you want to attack me, but I'm no threat to him, right? And if he wants to have a good conversation, certainly. OG, so good to see you, man. I miss catching up on some videos. Like, I'm just telling everyone I've hired a personal assistant to give me more time. And I also want to announce that we got more people in the room now. I am doing a crypto event. This is part of my Flipstarter. I'm going to be speaking in front of thousands of people at a large, probably the largest, like kind of more localish regional crypto event in South Florida. And also, I have rented a booth for 2 days just to talk about Bitcoin Cash and hand out educational information and make awareness of the businesses now that accept Bitcoin Cash in South Florida. So definitely something I'm really excited about. I have tickets to give out. If you're in South Florida, if you want tickets, message me on Instagram, rgiffen89, or anyone else. If you want to come down to South Florida and help me at this event, I'd really appreciate any help. I have some people that already reached out, and I just need to get again more organized. I'm really excited to hire an assistant to help my businesses continue to grow. And yeah, Monero and Dash is way better. You never really catch me saying a bad thing about Monero. I really like Monero. Dash, I like Dash. I think they do a very good job at a lot of things. I don't know if I could get behind kind of the CEO aspect they have in terms of being like, this is what the people should use, a coin with a central Bitcoin Cash is dead. You typically hear those things around bottoms. I mean, how much further down can Bitcoin Cash go? Is Satoshi gonna come back from the dead and sell his coins? I don't think so. Jason, you're killing it, man. You're a real inspiration, man. I got to get out to your side of the globe, and I got to meet you in person one day, man. You're a real inspiration to me and to many others. Does Dash, have a whole city like Townsville, with massive merchant adoption? Do they have widespread throughout the Caribbean? Just because you have merchant doesn't mean people are spending it daily. Sure, but in order to spend it daily, they need places to spend it, right? So chicken and egg. So we're working on both sides of the wheel, Mr. Speed. Yeah, but I think that's a good. Stacy McGee, hey Ryan, just joined. Thank you so much for popping in the chat. We got 10 in the chat. Guys, so good to see you. I missed y'all. Merchant adoption helps with retail adoption. It really does. Like, think about how much marketing it does when you go somewhere. Hey, I can pay with a cryptocurrency. Like, that will help create more future spenders. Everyone wants, what's going to cause the influx of high usage in retail. Bitcoin Cash will never touch the all-time high again. It will go much higher than the all-time high again. I promise you. And I don't know how that will rank in terms of other coins, but I do think, and on what pace when the dollar's doing, absolutely Bitcoin Cash will go much, much higher. How much Monero is there? There is a steady, slow inflation rate to Monero. So it's not as scarce as Bitcoin Cash. So that's a pro for Bitcoin Cash, but also Monero I don't know if it'll be peer-to-peer cash for the world, but it'll be a very necessary currency that values privacy, that people should, hold some. Man, more people join this, man. We need more peeps. Oh, thank you. Hey, well, if you like the video, just give it a thumbs up. Maybe more people come on into the chat. Looks like we got 12 in the chat right now, hanging out, talking some Bitcoin Cash. A new merchant recently recorded their eighth BCH. What do you mean? Like they have 8 Bitcoin Cash they've collected in the market, or not sure. Just reading the chat here. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry to go so long without hopping on. I really enjoy making higher quality videos and editing, and I'm gonna get back to that right now. I've really enjoyed my kids this summer. It's been my kids are both at an age where they travel well, and we've been able to go on cool trips. And and just really enjoying them. I like Monero, but when it forks, it reveals your identity. Yeah, yeah, that is certainly a problem. Cody, I got to catch up with you, brother. I'm just saying I've been a little MIA the last 2 weeks, and I had some people reach out to me saying that they wanted to, they missed seeing my video. So I said, I meant to go live earlier in the week, and I usually like to go live like outside, and it's always like dark by the time like kids are down. That's crazy. Epic when just all APCH spent by you. Ha ha ha. I don't know why people like. There's like this like I don't know. I guess probably if I liked Monero or I do like Monero. If I spend as much time in another community, like you get attacked by other communities too. So I think it's not unique to Bitcoin Cash. So what was the event you were mentioning? August 20th and 21st. August 20th and 21st. There's the Palm Beach Crypto Convention. I will. There will be thousands of people. I'm going to be speaking on a panel about the local merchant adoption here in the Caribbean, in Townsville, and places like that. And yeah, that's going to be really, really cool. I think Mark Felzon may be coming. I don't know if I want to throw that out there. He still has he had lingering COVID side effects. I talked to him. So Speed, I've talked with Jason. So because we both have done merchant adoption, and how much Bitcoin Cash as a business received. Can people still see me? I had a little issue with connection. Yeah, a few people dropped off. I think my connection got ruined. But so businesses actually like to receive when it goes over 5% in Bitcoin Cash, when their sales over 5% of it comes in Bitcoin Cash, they kind of sometimes they'll turn off the faucet. Just that's where they're able to, I guess, turn it over in payroll or save it, or eventually you got to pay vendors or what vendors accept it. So that seems to be the threshold there. Because usually when a merchant can just accept it. Gabriel, welcome to the chat. Argentina, Caribbean, Venezuela, Florida, India, Africa, BCH. Yeah, I don't know if I see other communities that are really pushing for that, or at least no other community wants the world to stop using dollars faster than Bitcoin Cash. I can tell you that. Australia, BCH, more people do need to use it more. I agree with them there. Haha, Gabriel, juggling phones, are we? I have no comment, guys. I have no comment. And not one for September. It should drop again to that. This excitement here is probably not it. I don't think we're going to be knocking out the previous all-time highs for a while. So I don't think it's like a bad time to buy now, right? Like I think we're going to go much higher than we are now, certainly. But I don't think we take out previous highs until the next Bitcoin halving. But I wonder how much the market's going to, because we usually make higher tops. But it's kind of like Murphy's Law, like what you expect to happen, it doesn't happen. So yeah, Gabriel, I'm not sure how long you've been in the chat for, brother. So there's some people that allege that you've exited BCH. So like I said, I don't know, and everyone's welcome to do what they want, Rebecca, it's been too long. I'm good. I'm taking care of myself. I took a week off YouTube, and I had people reach out to me saying they wanted me to get back on here. And I was like, I want to get back on there. I miss you guys. I got almost 20 in the chat. Let's go here. OG says, oh, Jason just got another merchant. Just got a text. Look at that. Any concerns about macro market? Looks like we're wrong about Fed bluffing about inflation. Yeah, so I really enjoy Mark DeMessel's work on macro markets, and I find it very interesting that he is, there's this general thesis throughout like the last 100 years. In equities, you see a 20-year at least bull market, and just think about it for a second, right? Think early 1900s until the Great Recession. You saw the Industrial Revolution in a great bull market until the Great Recession. The Great Depression, sorry, the Great Depression. So you had 20-year bull market, and then the Great Depression followed us into a essentially a commodity cycle, right? You know, there was shortages and commodities became more expensive, and that lasted for like 15 years. Commodities, you probably definitely outperformed equities. And then after the war, you had stocks run from 1945 really up to 1970. So you had a 25-year bull market. Sure, you had some years that the market maybe didn't go up every single year, but you didn't face years, a decade of no returns. But 1970 to 1980, it did. So again, we had two 20-plus year bull markets. And then in the middle, we had these commodity bull markets. Gabriel signing out. Have a good night, bud. I hope you are well. Hope to see some more Bitcoin Cash videos. I know you're taking a little break. So, so after in the 70s, in the 1970s, you had a commodity bull market. Oh, Chris, I appreciate it. I get a six pack on you. Commodities, gold, I believe, went from 1971 to the end of the 70s from $25 an ounce to $800 an ounce. So commodities crushed it, right? And stocks went nowhere. And then by the end of the 70s, 1980 to 2000, stocks went on a bull market. And then 2010, 2010, you had another commodity cycle. So what I'm saying is that I think we're into a 12-year bull market in equities. It would be very historically, odd that if we go into a many year downturn, we are going to see that happen again. You're gonna see a lost decade in equities and kind of risk on assets, and I don't know if crypto will follow that. And I don't think like a recession is going to be bad for crypto necessarily. I think even if I don't think we'll still be we're in a recession right now, right? We had two negative GDP growth markets. Man, getting a lot of interesting chats here. So it's interesting Gabriel popped in, and it'd be really cool to kind of talk to him live. If he's still here, it'd be really cool. Some people definitely have questions for him, and to kind of ask him direct questions about his headspace. So, but yeah, with that said, I definitely think we're in for a 12 to 18 month, not very fun time. So and certainly you're gonna have ups and downs, and right now the market's kind of reacting up, both in cryptos and in stocks. Both aren't getting me very excited. Crypto's tied to macros now, in my opinion. Yeah, slightly. It didn't really do that, in 2018 to 2020, certainly. Yeah, Florida, I think we're in good shape. But yeah, Hayden, really good to see you in the chat, man. I did really enjoyed the conversation you had with Mark Lamb. That was very valuable for the community. I think I think it was a good thing for the, for the community to at least see. I know a lot of BCHers are affected by CoinFlex, and they deserve answers. So that was really cool. Any thought on commercial real estate right now or during a recession in general? Around me, it's very, real estate is very expensive. For me right now, I think real estate for crypto is a good trade. I have another property in West Palm I rent out. I am trying to decide, I don't think I want to sell it, but I think I want to borrow against it to buy more crypto. But that may not be in other places of the world. Mark DeMessel actually recently posted that real estate is cheap. People should really look at, I've been following Mark's work for a long time. He's certainly made some calls that aren't correct, but I've made some really good money following Mark's work. And he's a big reason I think I'm pretty vocal in the space now. I found Mark DeMessel in 2017 because in the noise of the bull market and people hitting against Bitcoin Cash, he was a very good voice that I really respected, that understood Bitcoin Cash well, and he was also an investor, which I was trying to really learn how to invest. And I'm not a trader by any means. I'm more of a macro, longer term investor, and we both fit those profiles. I'm going 70% on Tesla stock, started buying in 2019 and have not stopped since. I do own quite a bit of Tesla stock myself. I'm going to sell some stocks during this next couple of years for crypto. I don't think I'll sell my Tesla though. I have stocks I write covered calls on and to make some extra income and do things like that. But I appreciate everyone in the chat. I see some faces I'm not as familiar with. And Chris, I appreciate the six pack. Maybe I can get some $10. Six packs have gotten expensive these days. Maybe I can get some PBRs. We'll have to see. I'm in Vegas next week for a trade show. Glad they ditched masks finally. Yeah, I went to a trade show in Chicago not that long ago, and they also got rid of masks, and that was really nice. Did you find BCH because of Mark? No, I follow. I remember the fork, the time it happened. I was, I got in. I knew I followed crypto for a long time, and I hate to say this, I was a big Peter Schiff fan in around the 2009 2010 time. Peter Schiff was making some really good content, and there was those viral videos that Peter Schiff was calling the Great Recession, and watching all those videos of years leading up to the bubble bursting, just explaining how everything was going to happen bad, and people laughed at him, and it led me into the Ron Paul campaign, and it was really cool. I just saw Ron Paul here. Have you heard of Rep. Anthony Sabatini running in Florida? He was interviewed by Ron Paul's show. It was a great show. No, but I should watch that because Ron Paul is, there's probably like 5 people that are like super influential in my life. Probably more than that. But 5 people I've never met that I've studied and admired would be Ron Paul is definitely one of them. But Peter Schiff was actually in 2008 his head of economic whatever forum for his thing, and I would have bought in Bitcoin in 2011. When I first started hearing about it on different libertarian things, and I was really at a young mind where I really felt like Schiff had it, in a sense, in terms of economics. I read his book, How an Economy Grows and Why It Crashes. It's a fantastic book. I can't wait till my son's about 6 now. I think a 10-year-old could comprehend that book. Can't wait to read it to him. It's just a story of people living on an island and organically building a economy when he comes to be. So I went for years, and it wasn't until actually I found Roger Ver 2015 through an Adam Kokesh video. People remember Adam Kokesh, Adam versus the Man. That's when I looked into it much further, and bought my first Bitcoins in 2016. We got more chat. Man, the Bitcoin, you guys are awesome, man. I really appreciate you guys hopping on. What other coins are you bullish on besides BCH and ETH? I also like Monero. I think you should keep an eye on Doge. I think sounds a little crazy. I actually think Doge is the biggest competitor to Bitcoin Cash. The more I think about it, I think you just have to say cash coins, right? Like Doge is generally making an attempt to be money. Certainly Bitcoin Cash, like you wish that that it certainly has more love and support, people that understand economics, right, than just mean people. It's probably a more economically astute crowd. But Doge is trying to be cash, and they are talking bigger blocks and things like that. And Elon is leading that charge. So it's interesting. What else do we have here, guys? I heard a rumor that some exchange was suing Roger Ver. Did anything come of that? I haven't been paying attention. Hayden just did a video with Mark Lamb, who's the CEO of the company that I believe is suing Roger Ver for $84 million, Bluto. So I think that is what I understand is going on. There's been a lawsuit for Roger. YT says BCH is dead. Block after block is working, so I don't think that's correct. Bitcoin Jason Love Ron Paul, certainly an American treasure, and it's really cool that other people around the world admire him too. And I think to me, he's just he's just a great person too. You can tell when BTC hits 100,000, Bitcoin Cash will hit 2,000 minimum. Yeah, so that would put Bitcoin Cash at a 2%, right? The ratio right now, I think Bitcoin Cash is around 0.5 Bitcoin. So certainly I like to see that trend break. The trend has been steady that Bitcoin, even losing Bitcoin Cash against Bitcoin. There needs to happen an event where that trend breaks, and then it's a matter of time. It's a bit sad to see crypto market is affected by traditional economy. Maybe crypto isn't considered as an alternative yet, and I blame BTC Maxis for this. Yeah, it definitely trades as a risk-on asset, right? The same kind of retail people that buy things like AMC stock or any kind of small macro stock, are certainly in the crypto space. They're looking for ways to make quick money because certainly crypto makes people wealthier faster than most asset classes. Bitcoin Jason says, I respect Peter Schiff, but I think that he has blind spots. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I think he could do a lot of good in crypto if too many people just like to naysay at things, right? Like that's why I feel bad that like I've had to really spend time on my business over the last 2 weeks because I think certainly during times of uncertainty in the market going down, like we need voices to step up and build community around, and I'm working on that. And like I said, I told everyone I'm hiring an assistant to certainly help me uh, have a better quality of life and do things I love, like work in the Bitcoin Cash community. He does for sure when it comes to crypto, but he's been right on lots. Yeah, in regards to Schiff, yeah, he's certainly made some good calls, but he does have this broken clock type philosophy that you can be critical of. He's missed a 13-year bull market in stocks. He's missed a same time bull market in crypto, right? Like it's eventually, you can say I see something coming, but if you're wrong for 13 years and then eventually it happens, like you weren't right. You have to look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard says clearly, crypto is, has legs. Gucci needs BCH. So Karina, it was interesting that First Mill stopped in. So that was interesting that we were talking about him earlier. I haven't sold my BCH yet. Waiting for another Bitcoin Core fee crisis to hit. Lightning is garbage and will never scale. Everyone, please go listen to a Peter McCormick podcast. I hate to plug Peter McCormick, but he had Peter Risen, who was the chief, I believe, scientist of Bitcoin Unlimited, one of the best minds in crypto. Very well explains Lightning Network and why Lightning Network it's just never going to work the way Bitcoin Cash can. It'll never work very well without custodians. And if you want custodians, just use PayPal, right? Doge is more expensive to use than Bitcoin Cash. It absolutely is. And I'm not saying right now it's a better coin than Bitcoin Cash. It's not. Bitcoin Cash is much better user experience. But I'm saying is I hear things in the community like bigger blocks, like an aspiration to bring down fees, that they're thinking this way. And that's competition for Bitcoin Cash. Not a bad thing, right? Like it make us be better, right? Or like in general, if Doge becomes a great crypto, if it becomes as good, let's say it becomes as good as Bitcoin Cash, with the inflation rate, maybe it dynamically won't, but it could certainly serve a place. I don't know. I think I wouldn't sleep on Doge. I stayed 5,000 hex for 8 years, just in case. That's only because I can afford to lose 5,000. Heck, keep an eye on hex. I haven't done the deep dive to find where the flaw is, right? And it could be something like Luna, right? Luna performed extremely well, and eventually it broke, and hex could be something similar. Richard Hart is an interesting character. Again, I don't have. That's my biggest criticism towards Hex, like Dash, is it definitely has central points of attack. People like to criticize Bitcoin Cash for being centered around someone like Roger Ver of Bitcoin.com, but look at Bitcoin.com is definitely veered into just not Bitcoin Cash eccentric views, or and certainly Roger Ver has taken a year off and things like that, and it's a lot more than that. So I think Bitcoin Cash is very decentralized, and that's something that we all are focused on. Sell all your BC to 2,000, you'll be set for life. It depends on how much you buy now, right? BTC designed to hold, not transact. In the short-term gold and steel, that's certainly helped Bitcoin. Just buy and hold, right? That helps the price go up. BTC was not designed to hold. It was redesigned. Why your title say all in BCH? Aren't you another crypto? My title says I'm going all in, and I'm going all in on helping automate my business. I know it certainly is kind of clickbaity, but hey, we got a lot of people in the chat. We're talking crypto, so. But I am going all in on that. I need to fix. I need to create a better systematic business. I don't know if anyone else here runs businesses, but when you get up to around, we're about 20 employees, it's a very tough time. I feel like a business with like a couple people and you crush it and you work hard, like as like the business owner, but you're working a lot, like you make a lot of money. And then when you're like 50 employees, like you got good systems, good scale, and then you're a bigger business. Like you make good money there. I think in the middle land, like it's a very interesting, tricky spot to be as a business owner. It's all your capital is getting reinvested. You need to build these processes. It's such a vital, important time, and that's where I'm at. That's what I'm going all in and fixing. Doge doesn't have limited supply. Certainly, not great for good price movement. There's this thought, and I don't necessarily agree with it. Actually, I don't. But the thought is that people using currency that's gets inflated, like they're willing to spend it and then use it instead of it's something that's finite, that they want to hold it. But certainly gold was used for money for a long time and it was finite, right? And people still would spend it. So I don't think that's true. Bitcoin Jason, stop hating on BTC. It's all good to make profit in a short amount of time. I don't know if he was hating per se, but I get where you're coming from. Where are the best developer resources for BCH? When you say developer resources, what do you mean, like great developers, or like things to develop on, like what did I show? I had a developer come by my office, POS.cash or one of those integrated softwares. Exactly. It doesn't have limited supply though. That's what I thought about ETH. Certainly, going all in on BCH might fix your business. That's funny. I'm buying crypto. I'm buying crypto for a long time. I'm gonna keep on buying more. Summary time. What do we want to summarize? Are you all in BCH? Bitcoin Jason. He very well may be. I don't understand how you live off BCH. I don't believe you got cash on the side secretly. I'm in the live chat. A lot of action in the live chat. Celsius went up from 5 to 98 a share. I don't know. BCH, bad. Interesting chat. Bitcoin Jason, I thought I bought most of my BCH at $100. I don't really need the cost average. Wise man. Yeah, guys. So hope y'all are well. Be cash trash. That's so funny. Bcash will ruin your business. What do you think about the speed? So our Bitcoin Cash haters here tonight. Bitcoin Cash is what today? $130. Let's say let's say it's close to about $100, and say Bitcoin is close to 20,000. So what is more likely to happen? Do you think? Do you think Bitcoin Cash is more likely to go to 500 than Bitcoin go to 100,000? Like which one gets there first, right? Like I could much more easily see Bitcoin Cash hit 500. Like I think it's the easier 5x than Bitcoin. That's reasonable to say. Bitcoin Cash helps my business. I'm selling more to the. I had another customer call in St. Kitts. They're going to buy a range oven in Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is great for international transactions. Wires are so annoying. I hire someone just to handle that. Just to handle money in and out. You have to. It send this. We save documents. We do all that. Anyways. There's a good comment here. I'll read. Will Charlton says, languages, frameworks, etc. Stuff one could use making purpose-built apps, web pages, businesses, solutions, targeting, being engineers, software devs. Stuff one could use for making purpose-built apps. Yeah, Jason, could you chime in on that? I'm trying to think off the top of my head the integration for adoption. I mean, we're looking to use Cash. What Mark is doing too. Everything's going to be open API over there. So, but more things for people to develop on. You're waiting for crypto to have that killer app that people use internationally, and crypto just benefits from being this non-sovereign means of transaction. Maybe I automate my business and I try to figure that out. That's what I thought Kim.com had a shot at doing, and haven't heard from Kim in a little bit. I wonder what Kim.com's up to. BCH will boom when the banks run starts to happen in America. CBDC will push people to BCH. People will use coins. You have to look at the coin you're using. They're going to find Bitcoin Cash very useful. Code Valley. Bitcoin Cash, 21 mil forever. Yep. Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming to chat. You guys are awesome, and I'm really sorry for an absence. I got a question here, Ryan. Do you think bank will be gone or still around? I definitely think in the long run we won't use banks. You're always going to have, like even now, and people in crypto, you can take full sovereign control of your money, but they opt not to, right? People are not always what you think they can or will be. What I mean by that is people actually, and Jason, I'll keep you going. I'm going to leave it with this thought, but some people are safer to give their coins to someone else. Other people want to hold their coins. So the need to use a custodian, right, is there. And it's an education thing, like, right? If we went to school to understand like how to take care of our money, I appreciate it, OG. 33 years of dealing with trolls, I guess. Banks will go digital, but will use China's digital currency. So the answer to the question is, we need to educate people on how to take care of their money, because actually most people will lose their crypto. They would. And I don't know. I think it's an education thing. Most people, most people are bad financially. Most people make poor decisions financially, and that's a big thing. I think bank will still exist. They will adapt and still offer a different kind of service we still don't know. Yeah, I think they will be custodians of your coins. Hey, let me hold your coins. I'll give you some yield. You know how Voyager did? But you'll see different variations of those kinds of things, right? People will want your coins to lend them to someone else, give you a little return. Like that kind of practice will take place. It took place with gold, and there's going to be loans, and but I think the more you can get things into smart. The biggest goal is to eliminate more bank features, is to build them into decentralized type smart contracts, right? So like, and I don't know what happened between Mark Lamb and Roger Ver, but like if there was a smart contract that existed there, with the account, or like the way now it's going to play out in the legal process, right? Like smart contracts can get rid of so much of that, disputes, and humans, we use English. It's a terrible language. It can be bent and turned to mean all these different things. And so I think crypto will solve a lot of things like that and reduce needs for as much legislative needs in terms of juries and all the things that go into that, and banks. So I think we'll see less of those services needed, but certainly they will try to offer enticing products. Like Voyager was kind of trying to be a bank, I guess, kind of by taking your money. They're doing a bank practice. Their own currency. Everyone's like, oh, crypto, they're going to create a crypto and then your crypto won't be good. I'm like, but like the crypto will like have many flaws. Just because a bank can figure out how to use a blockchain, create a blockchain, does not mean it's now Bitcoin Cash. Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all. I think we're coming up on 50 minutes. I thought I was going to hop on for like 10 minutes, and everyone hopped in the chat. I wish you guys well. Thank you so much for hanging out. I got more cool stuff coming. bear with me. Let me hire this inside sales rep. I hope to have the offer out by next week. Jeremy, I don't know. I don't know when you hopped in, but it's I'm the biggest thing here is I'm hiring an assistant for the first time in my life. I've hired employees, right, that assist me, but I'm hiring someone that's gonna help me with things that bog me down, and so I'm going all in on automating my business, and I am going all in on buying crypto, but not at the moment. Like I am going to trade real estate for crypto. Like to me, that's a big thing to do. I think a lot of people wouldn't dare, you know, borrow against a property to buy a cryptocurrency. You know, I don't know how what anyone here would do, but but the thing is, Jeremy, I've been working. My business, I think I shared with you, took off. I certainly after COVID, I'm no genius, right? But like things just got very busy with reopening, right? And I have benefited from that. All your subscribers are BCH, not other cryptos. I'm cool with that. Bitcoin Cash people are like it's my kind of vibe. So, while I like other cryptos, um, it's just not my vibe. Like these are the people growing up on YouTube, not growing up on YouTube, but I watched anarcho-capitalist. I used to listen to stuff on this podcast. I watched Ron Paul's show. I used to really watch all the Adam versus the Man videos. I feel like we're kind of like remnants of some of those people. You like other cryptos, but you love BCH. Absolutely. And I hope other cryptos do well and do cool things. I don't root against them. You were wearing green shirt for a reason. I would like to go all in Bitcoin Cash. I certainly Bitcoin Cash is, the coin I bought the most of. So if that makes any sense, I bought more Bitcoin Cash than anything else. In terms of performance, I think just buying Ethereum over the last bear market, like Ethereum just performed so well, it became my biggest holding, not by purchasing behavior, but it's up to us. There's great people, and guys, big shout out to Jeremy, dude. Like every time I see him, every time I see an upload go up, he's doing incredible work, and then he deserves props, and I try to make sure I give him props anytime I see him. But Jeremy, I am hiring an assistant. I will have more time to get back to I just miss making like higher quality YouTube videos. I remember working very hard, like 8-10 hours editing a video, like being up to 3 o'clock in the morning, and like so nervous, like what people were gonna say about the video, that I put so much time into making this video and releasing it. And sometimes nobody would watch, and that would really suck. But sometimes people would watch and say nice things. That was really cool. I miss doing that. So we're seeing Brika's portfolio stacking up that Bitcoin Cash, man. It's been an interesting night, man. We had Gabriel in the chat. We had people talking about him. Looking forward to seeing you and Jason on tomorrow's premiere. Is that what's going on? Nice, nice. Yes, super excited for the next episode. So, guys, again, August 20th and 21st, I am going to be holding a booth at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. I'm going to be speaking on a panel in front of thousands of people. And, I talk to these crypto people in these communities, and not enough of them know about Bitcoin Cash. So I'm going to get to speak to thousands of people about what Bitcoin Cash has been doing around the world. And know what, when you go in the real world, like you don't find like these trolls that you find online. People just want things that work, and they respect hard work, and Bitcoin Cash is a lot of hard work. I'm telling, like, onboarding businesses, running YouTube channels, all the hard, all the developers. A lot of hard work goes on in this community, and people respect that. Appreciate it. I'll be making some content at the conference, and thank you guys so much for hopping in. Yeah, IRL, you get virtually no trolls. Yeah, in real life, it's a marketing scheme. I found some actual toxic maxis. It was genuinely mind blowing. Yeah, I maybe like have met like one. Like they're not around here. Like, they're around, but they're not. I don't know. Good idea. I wanted to see if it rips first, like the charts. That's why I bought. Breakers should convert PR and Crow into BCH, and you're set for life. Korean, I enjoy your enthusiasm. So, all right, guys, be safe until the next time. See you guys soon. Take care.